those of you who haven't heard our podcast or don't listen to our podcast, the Talk and Power podcast,
available on Podbean, iTunes,
Facebook,
SoundCloud, or on our Talk and Power website,
talkandpower.com.au,
or anywhere that you can download good podcasts.
Anyway, on our last podcast, you would have heard Simon,
that's me,
talk about building a street legal X275 race car for the up and coming Street Outlaws meet that's going to be on the 21st of May on a Wednesday night.
Okay, so the self-imposed rules are the old school original Australian Pro Street Association X275 rules, which involve standard wheel tubs, no stretching or modifying of the wheel tubs, standard spring and suspension location, so no moving the springs inboard, any of that sort of stuff, any of that sort of caper. A minimum weight of 3,500 pounds.
Can you tell our listeners what 3,500 pounds is in kilos for the millennials?
If you divide that by 2.205, that'll convert it to kilos. So around 1,500, 1,600, somewhere around there. But listen, if you guys can only work in metric, you should probably quit drag racing.
Anyway, just to clarify what we're doing, we're down here in Malaga at All Fast.
And we're going to start by selecting a car. Now on the podcast, I mentioned to Nick that we should probably do a Ford because we're both Ford guys.
I'm pretty keen on doing a Ford.
Yeah, so am I. So our selection of cars, because we're both broke, we've got no money, so we're going to try and use cars and parts, whatever we can find lying around here. And this isn't some, you know, made up bullshit. This is legitimately what we've got here, and we're legitimately bloke. So if there's any sponsors out there that want to throw some money out our way, we're more than happy to take it.
You can contact me at nick@talkandpower.net.
So our selection of cars here, we've got a BA Falcon Ute.
I'm pretty keen on the Falcon, more relevant in today's climate.
Probably, yeah. 180SX Nissan.
I'm not sure how that's a Ford.
Same way a Maverick is a Ford.
Okay, that worked out well for him.
And we've got the XY inside. So let's weigh up the pros and cons here.
Well, I mean, let's be honest, the 180 is a light car.
Yeah, it's a light car,
very
definitely.
light car. As I said, the BA is relevant in today's climate.
It is. Yeah, I mean, it'd be the equivalent of like a, you know, VT to VZ Commodore sort of thing.
Barra the World.
Yeah, Barra the World.
We can do that, or AU the World, as other people are doing. But the XY has already got roll cage.
Yeah,
9-inch.
9-inch Caltrax.
Yeah, Caltrax. Anyway, the XY, it's been up on that hoist in there for 6
Yeah, probably
years.
about 6 years, maybe longer.
It's the top, we probably couldn't even get it down.
Let's go inside. We'll clear the stuff out from under it.
Pump up the tyres.
Pump up tyres. Hopefully the hoist still works.
Get rid of the dust.
We'll have a look. It hasn't been down for that long, so hopefully it's still got paint on it. All right, let's do it. Right, so what we're going to do is start by clearing this area out. Yep. So we can lower the car down. Okay. So let's roll this out of the way. I'm just going to run you through everything here. So if we look up here, you can see that is the factory forward wheel tub. You can see the gap here between the tub and the rail. Spring is in the factory location. Front suspension, all standard, cross member standard. And the only thing that's been done is we heated up this area and pressed it out a little bit. Because the car was originally built for modified street and Andrew class, and you're not allowed to remove material. So yeah, that was just done for a little bit of extractor clearance. There's a big heavy steel frame at the back here to hold the fuel cell. Motivation 25. That was the last time this car was driven.
So that was 7 years ago.
7 years.
We just had Motivation 32.
Oh, there you go. That's how long it's been on the hoist. There you go. All right. Well, we've got a car. She's really dusty, hey? How did you sit for so long? Well, Nick, you know, there was the divorce, and then I ran out of money to pay the lawyer, so I had to sell the car. And then, you know, when I finally settled...
We've selected the car, blown the dust off. Now we need to find a power plant for it. The beauty about being here is that, like many other drag races, Simon has 30 years of involvement in the sport, and there are pieces, parts littered throughout this whole facility. So we're going to go dig them all up with me here, go find everything and get stuck into it.
Yeah, so that's basically why it's been sitting for 7 years. Well, we've got a car, now we need an engine.
What about that 572 Cuba you used to have?
Nah, I need pistons to finish it, and I couldn't really afford to buy pistons now.
What about that motor in the office?
Which motor?
The one you were using to hold some trophies as a trophy table. Over here, this one.
What trophy cabinet? This engine, this one here. Oh, this engine! Yeah. You know, this is a genuine Boss 429 bottom end. It's actually the old WB funny car engine out of the Sterling Performance Mustang funny car from like the early 80s, somewhere around there.
Spare me the history lesson. Will it work?
Yeah, it's pretty old, and I think it's had a leg out.
What did you buy it for?
I was going to make a coffee table out of it.
So what you're telling me is, this is an ex-funny car motor that's been blown up, and you think we can run it in the XY?
Yeah. Yeah, I mean, even a broken Ford's got to be stronger than a brand new LS.
So the carbs aren't on this motor?
No, they're off the 572, the twin carbs, and that's the old scoop off the XY. I handmade this.
I can tell.
Yeah, they're just sitting here. Oh, Jesus.
So Simon, do we have a blower?
You know what, Nick? I think that we've got the old 1071 that was on the double B gas small block Commodore. I'm pretty sure.
That's from 30 years ago.
Yeah, probably more than 30 years ago. Yeah, I'm pretty sure it's around here somewhere. It might be upstairs.
Well, let's go have a look then.
Okay, cool. I'm pretty sure the fuel pump's in the engine room. Right. Somehow I don't think this remote starter is going to be big enough.
No.
Oh, throttle stop. Excellent.
This is like my kitchen rules, but only cooler. They get back from the holes and they're getting everything out.
My engine shop rules. Oh, yeah, cool. Systems 1. I think that's pretty much what we need there. Let's try and get this engine out. Probably do the next thing.